I'm expecting a few snowflakes to sneak in from time to time in the morning, but it's just mostly going to be another cold, cloudy day outside. So as I show off what I do best, we can all know, again, in just under 3 hours, the sun's starting to rise will keep us warming, at least more than what we are currently right now. We still may get a degree or two cooler before the end of the morning, but we will hopefully catapult ourselves back, at least in the upper 20s this afternoon. Unfortunately, winds out of the west-southwest 10, 11 miles per hour make it still feel like we are in the single digits here in our region. So 20 or close to it here in northern and central parts of the state. Richmond, a tiny cold spot right now, only reading 10 degrees, and then further south you can see 25 degrees in some communities like Bloomington, French Lick, and all of us feeling significantly cooler, with Richmond the only location feeling under zero at the moment. Now, again, that sunshine should come out eventually in the later afternoon hours, and just even the sun rising over the horizon will help us warm up, even though those clouds are around too. Hopefully the upper 20s in the afternoon here in Indy, maybe a little chillier off north, a little warmer down south, but warmer day, but still not necessarily a warm day outside. Why? Mainly because the cold front is pushing through at the moment. We're pretty far south along this cold front, so it looks like this is where conditions will be a little bit less intense than further along it off north near Detroit. But here in our region, we do still have a few snowflakes flying. Our first little burst this morning has passed. It looks like out towards the west, northwest, you may still be seeing a decorative flake or two out in Tippecanoe County. But for the most part, that snow has left us here in central Indiana. For now, another wave looks like it could try to barge through later in the morning hours in central, north central parts of the state. And then we will clear out as we move towards the later afternoon hours, completely clearing overnight into our Friday, which should be a mostly sunny day on our hands, but it might be deceiving. We'll talk more why in just a bit. First, again, skies brighten later this afternoon. Those flurries leave us as we move towards the afternoon as well. Not that they're going to be all that impactful this morning. High temperature around the 28-degree mark here in Indianapolis. Winds still going to be gusty, so unfortunately the temperature may not feel like the upper 20s by the end of the day, but it's better than the last few days, and it's better than what we're going to be in for. One more cold night. I think we have to make it through tonight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, it's going to be deceiving with that sunshine. Despite it, we will have temperatures in the lower 20s instead of the upper 20s, but manageable wind chills due to the winds being a little bit less intense moving into that. And then you can see tomorrow night into Saturday, not quite as cold as those single digits. Maybe not as warm as it was overnight into this morning, but it's going to be a warming trend moving into the weekend ahead. You can see both days at or above the freezing mark for high temperatures, despite the mostly cloudy conditions. Likely rain and snow free for this stretch as well, and then this could extend even into next week. We could see some 40s on Tuesday, Wednesday, and even beyond our 7-day forecast. It's looking likely we're near average or even above average for this time of year. So warmer weather coming our way soon. We just have to make it through today, tomorrow morning, and then I think unfortunately Friday will be another chilly day before we hit that warming trend this weekend and sneak into the 40s as we move into next week as well.